That's okay.
How we got to where we got to. And that happens quite often. So somebody came in and said, you might believe this, here, somebody will pick it up later. They kind of said, such and such said they've left stuff here before, but like I can't remember, somebody's name from 1 minute to the next, so they can't remember who they said, but they said, yeah, that's fine, they left it. It was, don't know if anybody saw it on the day, it was, it's like stuff with pylons, you know, like the big ring bits at the top.
Transformers.
Is that, yeah. It was a number of them, and they were sitting there, and that was all they left. And then somebody else came back in about 6 o'clock, because I saw them when I was finishing Charlie, and I was in the yard, and I actually phoned Mike and said, there's somebody like picking stuff up in the yard, is that alright? And he said, yeah, he's dropped it off, he's picking it up. What we think has happened is that person, so it was another hire lorry that came in with that, and it was a high-ab lorry, you know, with the grabs, that pick things up and take things off. So we think they've come in with the IBC tank, taken it off and laid it down in the yard, taken this other stuff away and left, because it's done overnight. We've not kind of clocked it, and then time's gone on, it's kind of become part of the furniture, and we've not recognised it was there. So then when it's frozen, we've assumed that it's the tank we always use. It looks exactly the same, it's got a working tap, we only have one with a working tap. So they've gone and used it, but it's not been the one that we normally have.
Okay.
So
They were from Scottish Water, I think, the people that worked at the time.
were they?
Yeah, because the matches.
Oh, really? Right, okay. Because we weren't very sure, so we can maybe try and do the thing. See, we're not weren't sure. We've got CCTV on the yard. We've looked back. It goes back to the 15th, and it was sitting there at that point. But that's as far back as the CCTV goes. It's only source for a certain length of time. We were hoping we could see, like, who's dropped it up so we can find out what it was. So that's what we think has happened. It seems most probable in terms of timelines and everything like that. I've spoken to the British a lot. They're like, we still can't see that that's definitely the cause right now, but it seems most probable. So we're going, like, number one most probable is the water from there, something being in that tank when we've used it. Second, we still need to like think about our inhalers. So the stuff we've got, and people know the bale that we know, the fluffy stuff. That's the one that they had across the road. So it's the kosher stuff that we're using, and the halers that's out on the yard at the minute is not the same as the halers that was up there in that field. Although because they have haylage and we have hay, that seems like likely. The other thing is like they would still say, you know, it should be there for the fields grazing because it could be something in the soil. That also seems highly unlikely given one lot's over there and the other lot's up there. We have a sample in a container. I took that up to British yesterday morning, trying to test that, and I got kind of the message I got out last night was like the time frames for this are quite long. The water testing is not very common, and they're I mean, the British have been amazing and have put a whole lot of time and effort into research and everything. Labs up and down the country trying to find out who does what testing and how quickly we can get them back, but it's not going to be quick, and also we might never get an answer. I suppose that's the other thing. Fiona just phoned me just before I came in. She got a couple more information back from that postmortem, although they don't really show anything. So kind of some levels in his blood for kind of muscle deterioration, but that could be explained by he fell at the end, and that would explain the levels that were raised in his blood. And also he was a bit dehydrated, but he was sweaty, he was breathing hard, so it was kind of consistent with that. So there's nothing showing anything underlying. That's kind of really with that. So we're still looking at the testing the water with some of the samples, and we're going to take more samples out of time. The haylage is away for testing already. It went through yesterday, but it takes probably a couple of weeks just in terms of the tests they do. They take that long to do those tests. It's not that anybody's kind of dragging their feet with that, it's just that's the way it kind of goes. Can't think of necessarily anything else. Does anybody have any questions to say before?
So obviously with the post-mortem, just from reading what you wrote,
Yeah.
and they said that the bloods have come back normal and the organs that they've looked at also normal. Is that for the tests that they have done? Do they plan to do any further tests that are more in depth that we're still potentially waiting for more stuff to come back on?
Yeah, so they're doing histology first.
Yeah.
Which optimistically might be back at the end of the week, the end of this week, but they're pretty longer, and then following, like, once we see what comes from that, then they're going to do more samples. They've still got, I think they're still doing some more testing where they took urine off Luna, so some more testing for that, and some more blood tests that I think are already going away. So, and I think as we test compounds, it's kind of maybe looking at what's next.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, there's nothing, and I think I take my brain and spinal cord to do some
It's just good to know, because obviously from a slight
I know.
medical background, you
Yeah.
couldn't, like, the organs will only tell you, or the blood will only tell you what you're asking of it. So
Yeah.
if you put it in for that test, that's what you're gonna.
Yeah.
But there's a whole other stuff that you could have tested it for. So it's just good to know there's maybe more things coming through.
There's no more to do at this point, and there's been nothing showed up on Zach's bloods other than those things, but nothing that would tell us what it's been.
Yeah.
But we're going to again test, I think there'll be a couple other tests in that and stuff like that. But yeah, tests are still ongoing. I just wanted to tell everybody where our thinking is at the minute.
Yeah.
And where we've got to, and what we think has happened, yeah, just what's going to be.
Thanks for for allowing.
So say the symptoms that the horses had.
Yeah.
Do the bush think they're related to a certain thing? Poison.
Yeah.
Like, have they seen this sort of thing before?
I don't think so.
No.
Really? Not like that. No. So yeah, I mean there are. So when they're looking at like testing the water, they're ruling out lots of tests because those things wouldn't cause.
Yeah.
And also like it's not been that dynamic that they might you would maybe, so they're also looking at things like, so we've kind of told them when it was filled, when it was empty, how many times it's been filled. We've tried to give as much information as possible so that we can get the best information back as possible so they can work out like how diluted has it been, so what is worth testing or what would be like, well, is that diluted, that's not. Yeah, the IBC, it was dry, it was filled from, so we've got a blue, so the blue pipe that goes to the water drinkers up there with a big tap, and that's comes straight off the mains water and goes straight into the IBC tank at quite high pressure, so it fills quite quickly. So that's where we take it from up near the black. I think some people have thought it maybe come from the black container, so never used. We fill that up. You can't take water out of it like that. We fill that up and it goes into the sprayer if it's spraying fields. We never use that for, and it's only the water that goes in it, but we can't actually use it to fill anything up.
Right.
The water, like, Rocky had a big bout when I was taking in the other morning from that our field, so that it not affects our horses.
So you're trying to find the field of that area, so on the okay. Yeah, and we can explain that. Like there are 9 other horses in that field, there are 7 other horses in that field. The one dies. Yeah, and she's not the smallest. She's like.
Sometimes Betsy something that can settle at the bottom though, and if it gets stirred up.
Yeah, or they've taken it off the top, or they've taken a big drink, or has their stomach been more full? Has somebody's stomach been more full than somebody else's, and that's what's.
Would it not be more likely that somebody would feed them somewhere over the fence?
Not
Unless
they're
they're walking the top of that, they're walking the top.
Luna would not want to somebody else.
Would the water board not be able to sort of, should you pass them, would you in that time?
Sorry?
Just ask the water board about that.
Yeah, like if now that I know that, I'll definitely.
They might be able to tell you what.
Yeah, now I know that. I'll definitely.
All right,
we
just
didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know it.
No.
All right.
Is there any, like, high pipe, obviously, like, the big end, what big pipe is, the pipe that way is that water pipe that is over, and it's because it was kind of left by accident. Is there gonna be a plan to change how much people can clean and drop stuff off, or like changes to like CCTV or anything?
well, what we plan to do for it, we've got a new food grade IGC tank on order that's coming tomorrow. It's fully sealed. It will be massively labelled with water only, and it will be stored not in the shed, older and so I know that's not anything else to what's happening now, but that's our plan for the year. But then, yeah, and we'll definitely ask.
Yeah.
But they could have just got somebody to pick stuff up for them, and that guy could have just like they might not know that guy.
Might not be used for what it might be used for something else.
Yeah.
And it could have come from anywhere.
Yeah,
from
the guy
any
was-
not
you know,
necessarily
you know,
a
yeah.
waterboard thing, it's just.
What's she say? I say it was Scottish water, but it could be Scottish something.
Don't know if it's Scottish Power is expensive.
But you're right, but what you're saying there, Jen, is if it is that stuff along the road, that's all to do with water and sewage and stuff, so then that would then make another really feasible link as to why you shouldn't be drinking that water.
It could have chemicals or it could have
Yeah.
chemicals,
Yeah.
anything you don't know what.
Yeah.
We don't know what was in it, and that's why we're trying to do anything that's left in it now.
Laura, there was something a while ago, right, but obviously it's going to come back down again, but when Brian was on the yard, and Brian's crew was here, they had same PVC pit tanks,
Yeah.
and that Corona,
Yeah,
which is toxic.
yeah. So it's
Well, it's like urine, it's
yeah.
But if you drink it, it would bomb your insides.
So we've said
Just spoke to Brian already.
No, we've said it's an IBC tank. We said we thought that it was possibly Adley that was in it.
Yeah.
The vets looked into that and it wouldn't do that. We do have a container like that with Adley in the yard. It's inside the top shed, and it's obviously connected to a pipe like you have in a petrol tank. So and we only have one.
All look exactly the same.
Yeah, we have one of those. It's in the shed and it gets filled up, so it never comes out of the yard. Somebody comes in and fills it up and goes away again. So it's not gonna. Yeah, but yeah, that's good.
Can I ask just, because the thing that's really annoyed me is how it's been taken by other yards and other places and the rumours that's gone around, because I feel like it's really unfair for other places to be judging things when you're standing here and you see how much people care, how amazing you guys have done, how much effort's been put in by everybody, but especially you guys. Is there a plan for putting something out soon and not waiting 2 weeks just to even see where we're at? Or do you
Possibly.
think
I was
it's not
speaking
good?
I was speaking with Louise earlier, and she's kind of trying to put together a statement for when people phone them.
Yeah.
And yeah, we probably will.
I know it's hard when you've not got a result.
Yeah,
but people,
and
people
like,
are like,
do you know, like Saturday, Sunday, like how can we even
no, you're
think past
focused.
that?
Well,
Absolutely.
there's 7 horses have died. I've heard it. We're not even close to be over. 7 horses have died.
Yeah.
5 horses have died.
Soon the message says somebody's been arrested.
Arrested someone. Rumours will fly.
The yard and I haven't been to the yard until
Sorry?
Laura was going to treat. Is she here?
Oh,
No.
No. She was going to treat people, and she had to say she hadn't been at the yard.
Yeah.
Which is just
Yeah, there's a number. I think there are a number of yards that are.
Well, they've all said that
shut
they've
down.
been told to quarantine.
Yeah.
Because they don't
And
want
they've,
to go
do you know,
near, and not to go
like,
near Oxford. So I've got friends at Mineskin, and friends at Bowgray, and they've all been told not to answer. Look, it's definitely not
And I know-
airborne. It's
yeah,
definitely not
and I know
airborne.
my father's will be on Sunday and has been told not to go to other yards. So
I mean, I would say it's sensible for yards to take precautions, and there's always going to be jungle drums. You can't stop that. And all you have to do is wait until the facts come out, or it's not discovery. Put a statement out, shut it down when you hear it.
Yeah.
But if I was sitting on one of those other yards and I heard something was happening here, I would want to quarantine the yard too. So I think that's a sensible precaution.
No, I just mean more, is it time to sort of
do
say,
something.
hi,
Say something.
thanks for like the concern, but
Yeah.
this is where we're at, rather than letting it go on for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can just
Yeah.
imagine the like.
Yeah, no, good suggestion. I like to say, I was speaking to Louise earlier about that, and we'll try and put something together and put something out just as a general kind of.
Even if it's in 2 weeks' time, we'll update the situation,
Yeah.
but currently.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we can have a broad kind of
Yeah.
a broad statement on that.
And that it's not the herpes virus, you know, because people
Yeah.
that these rumours have been flying.
Absolutely.
When I was at like the school picking up my children, and someone who I was like never thought was like, "Oh, you'll never guess what's happened at Oxenford," and I was like, "I'm not even gonna say it."
I'm just like,
Wow.
Yeah.
You just gotta
like-
shut it down and just tell them, you know, we don't know what's happened yet.
Yeah.
These are the facts, we're waiting to
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all they were saying was, "It's so terrible, isn't it so terrible?" I was like, "Yes,
Yes.
you're absolutely
Yes,
right. It's really
it's
terrible."
terrible.
Yeah, I was like, "I'm not getting caught."
It's terrible.
It's
Yeah.
been horrendous.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is, as well, remember, your horse is also in the field.
Yeah.
So it's not as if, oh, my horse is out, it's, you know.
We're all in it together. So,
Is there a plan, is it planned to do night checks then for the next?
Can you speak up?
She's asking if we're still planning to do night checks.
All right.
So I've spoken to them a lot. So I was asking about that, and it's hard in terms of like when do you start, like when do you stop with that? I kind of think as well, like sleep's really important for horses, and we are checking them quite a lot.
and for people.
So I think like I don't know what other people think, but I kind of feel like if we do 2 hours tonight again, and then maybe move it to every 3 hours or something like that, so that's kind of like less, and then maybe see where we are in a couple of days. We're at what are we at, about 4 hours now or something like that, so that feels like
Significant amount of time.
it feels like a significant amount of time.
Yes.
because of the effort you've taken, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually.
thank
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody else.
Yeah,
I've been
everyone.
really quite overwhelmed by everybody's support with everything, and how much everybody's just done stuff, and like, you know, it's horrible standing up on top of the hill with Luna, and the people that saw that, it was horrendous. But I said, can people get the horses into the field? And the next time I turned around, there was about 12 people walking up the hill with head collars. Everybody's been absolutely amazing, and thank you so much for everybody that's helped in night checks and everything else. And Mike and John would be here, but I thought we'd get upset, and that would upset me, so I asked them not to come, but they feel exactly the same as I do.
Yeah.
I know they do, but
Yeah.
it was my choice that they weren't here. They're not here because they don't want to. I just couldn't see them being upset as well. So.
Fair
So
enough.
what line do you want to take, like, for, say, half an hour or another?
Yes, I was going to ask
I
that.
think for now we need to still stay where we are.
That's fine.
Maybe this week, just see how
Yeah, I'll keep in constant contact with the vets.
Do you want to not have barriers this week?
Yeah, if we keep no barriers, no videos and
You're
stuff.
going on
like that.
holiday, so I'll have to find somebody else.
Yeah,
I spoke to the vet earlier, because I got the vet out on Friday, and he said he was still happy to come.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, he was like, and from the bush, he was like, from
Yeah.
our perspective, it's fine.
yeah.
But I'm happy to change that if you want that to happen.
Yeah, really,
He was like, yeah, that's fine. I said, okay, John.
yeah. And I do kind of feel like the vets are different. I know it's not an
Yeah,
emergency, but I do feel like
You need
vets are
to-
different. Yeah. Like,
Mine's a non-emergency appointment, so I could change it, but John was like, no, I think we just leave it.
when is it?
Friday.
Friday.
I've got one on Monday. So,
It's a welfare thing with vets.
It's all local horses. There's Cass. Have we got any horses off the yard coming on Saturday? Is it all yard horses?
There never is.
So it's all yard horses.
Yeah.
That's been cancelled anyway.
Did you cancel that?
Yeah, no instructors.
so Saturday the lessons cancelled and everything.
Just waiting.
I mean, well, we need to take every day as it comes, and I'll keep speaking to the vets and taking advice on stuff, but for now I think, like, for other yards, if they're going to be nervous, if we've had somebody with us and then they're going somewhere else, that person needs to think about their business and their livelihood as well, and we don't want to be putting people in
Yeah.
an awkward position, asking them to come here, and then somebody says, oh, you can't come to us because you're not here. So for now I think we just keep ourselves to ourselves,
for weeks and like, because the testing's not going to come back and not come back, could it be a suggestion that they visit other places first and see us last
Yeah.
and then go home and the next day do the same, so that that might help as a, if we're not getting any results back quick
absolutely,
enough.
and I think we have to kind of think like we might never find out. And that's been said a number of times to me by.
Well, that would be awful, but I guess
Um,
it'd be good to know it,
we
you know.
we might never know, but as long as we're all healthy, then we're in a sort of thing. We might never know the actual cause. And so as well, like, the vets are still kind of like different hay and haylage which we've got, different water which we've got, and don't turn out. But that's what I've said to everybody, it's your decision whether or not you turn out. The likelihood of it being in the pasture is probably very, very slim. And then we've got to think about like the welfare of the horses as well. We can't keep them in forever. We've got complications like knowledge and all the rest of it, stress. So yeah, whatever people are comfortable with, whatever you want to do for your own horse, but that's I need to tell you what the vets have said, and then you can make your own decision on what you want to do for
Well,
your
I bet
horse.
some of us coming on Thursday.
You do have a vet.
No, there was a possibility there, but because Rodney's still,
Yeah,
but he's not passing it on to anybody.
yeah,
But it's Thursday's their day, and they are coming for somebody here.
yeah.
I don't know who.
So that's okay then with the vets.
Well, I don't know.
We'll just check with them if they're okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Knowing-
I think like so.
Thursday's the day, the day.
Yeah,
for
the
this
day.
visit, yeah,
As
those
well, like the Bush Central, like the Bush are in contact with the other local veterinary practices and keeping everybody up to date. So all the veterinary practices are aware and know the situation. So it's up to those vets to make that call. Really, I would say I feel like that's their profession. I feel like
They should be able to cope.
they should be able to make that. They should be able to make that decision from an informed perspective. More than a
And when
family
they go to
member's
the
job.
yards, they don't have to say they've been here.
But what they will do
They'll
is they
probably
will
put
make
us last.
they'll do like
They'll take
hygiene.
precautions.
Like imagine you go to hospital and somebody's in a room and has an infectious disease. The nurse doesn't not look after that patient all day because they've got an infectious disease. You just have to take barrier precautions, barrier nurse them, wash and then leave that room and then go look after everybody else. Like there's an element of
Or they'll come here last.
yeah, but you
Yeah.
there's barrier stuff that you do and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I would also point out that I think whatever we might not get the answer, but clearly our horses are telling us something as well. If